Is the Trump administration considering a $5,000 baby bonus? President Trump talks trade with China, and RFK Jr. is getting rid of poisonous dyes from our food. Here's the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending today. All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today: the Trump administration is considering a $5,000 baby bonus for new moms to tackle the declining birth rates in this country. This comes from a report from the New York Slimes, where it says, in addition to the $5,000 baby bonus, the administration is considering reserving 30% of Fulbright program scholarships for married applicants or those who have children. According to this new report, the U.S. birth rates have been declining for years, with 2023 seeing a record low of just 55 births for every 1,000 women. Now, first off, I got to say, this is something that is very deep and passionate with me. I am grateful, if this report is true, I am grateful to see that this administration is doing something to attack this crisis that we have in this country, particularly with young people, young men and women that do not want to get married and do not want to have children or start a family to leave a real, true legacy. We are seeing that declining, not just here in America, but we're seeing it all over the world. But what we care about right now is this going to incentivize marriage? Because if this is going to be just $5,000 for new moms that are out of wedlock, I think that's going to create a massive problem. We're going to see more people jump onto the welfare system, and I don't think we need that. I think we need families that are intact here. We've got to incentivize the family. So how could we do that? Could we add something to this to say, hey, married couples who have a child get no income tax for the first year of that child's life, and then maybe in the second year of that child's life, it goes up to 25% or something like that. Something tax incentive to keep it to the taxpayers, married couples, incentivize people to get married, stay married. I don't know if that would work. I am grateful that they are trying something here. I do know that we have a massive problem just with the messaging for our young people in this country that don't want to get married and don't want to have kids. We have idolized this material gains in this country to chase all this other stuff and to not chase the only thing that brings you true happiness on this planet, and that is having children and starting a family. Now, we also have a major issue with the family court system in this country. That is a major deterrent. I know for a lot of men especially that have been raked over the coals. I get those emails all the time from dads that have been humiliated, have gone broke, everything, trying to fight for a small piece of custody of their kids. The family court system is corrupt. I would pray that the Trump administration would address that sometime during this Trump term. Again, it's not going to be a perfect system. It's not going to be a perfect plan, but I am extremely grateful that they are trying to do something to incentivize families in this country. Again, I don't know if we should be doing $5,000 baby bonuses to unwed mothers. I don't think that is something that we should be doing. I think we should be doing this for married couples only. I think it would be great for incentives for new couples especially. So I am on board with this, but I do think we have a vision problem in this country when it comes to getting married and having kids and starting a family. We got a pornography problem that's in this country. I mean, there are so many different things that are tugging at the soul of the young Americans in this country that needs to be straightened out, and we need to get them incentivized and realize just how awesome it is to become a parent for your life, for your future, for your legacy, what it does to ignite a fire in your life and bring you true happiness. So if this report is true, I praise the Trump administration for making attempts to strengthen the family unit and to promote creation of life in our country. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today: Trump speaks about the trade war with China, speaking from the Oval Office today, saying we're doing fine with China. We're doing fine with almost every country. Everybody wants to have involvement with the United States. Ultimately, we have something they want. You have to view it that way. He says, ultimately, they have to make a deal, talking about China, because otherwise they're not going to be able to deal in the United States. If they don't make a deal, we'll set the deal. So President Donald Trump talking tough with China, and this is the way to play with China. China needs us, and they don't want to play this game with President Donald Trump. So many of these other countries have rushed to come to the table to negotiate trade deals with President Donald Trump. This is exactly the way he should be handling China. We have got to get rid of our addiction to China. We have got to stop getting suckered by China. We are getting crushed in the tariff war with China, and no more. Trump taking a strong stance here, and it's going to be a game, a standoff here between Trump and Xi Jinping, and my money is on President Donald Trump. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today: he swears in a new chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, this being Paul Atkins. He says Paul will end the weaponization of the SEC and stop the lawless enforcement practices that occurred during the Biden administration. Paul Atkins, who is now the 34th chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, says, I will work to protect investors from fraud and advance clear rules of the road that encourage investment in our economy to the benefit of Americans. President Donald Trump speaking highly of Paul Atkins and wanting to encourage more investment into the United States. Paul Atkins sworn in as the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, RFK Jr. announces his intent to phase out synthetic food dyes. This is something that we knew RFK Jr. had in the back of his mind as he became the Secretary of Health and Human Services. We were waiting for stuff like this, and he spoke passionately today about this. This is a guy seriously dedicated to making America healthy again. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has frequently blasted the food dyes that are found in candy, cereal, drinks, and snacks. So his announcement today is to phase out petroleum-based synthetic dyes from the nation's food supply in a bid to ramp up pressure on the industry that he has often derided. Over the coming months, the FDA will revoke authorization for 2 synthetic food colorings, citrus red number 2 and orange B, and collaborate with the food industry to remove 6 other synthetic dyes, those dyes being green number 3, red number 40, yellow number 5, yellow number 6, blue number 1, and blue number 2, which can be found in foods such as Pop-Tarts, hot dog casings, Takis, and Mountain Dew. RFK Jr. said if they want to add petroleum, if they want to eat petroleum, they ought to add it themselves at home, but they shouldn't be feeding it to the rest of us without our knowledge or consent. RFK Jr. is dead set on removing these toxic, poisonous dyes from our food supply. These people know the stuff is dangerous, yet they put it in our food continuously. RFK Jr. going to reverse that. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today. Trump says he has no plans to fire the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, saying from the White House today, I have no intention of firing him. I would like to see him be a little more active in terms of his idea to lower interest rates. But no, I have no intention on firing him. Now, we know damn well that Jerome Powell has zero interest in boosting Trump's economy. If he did, he would have cut rates months ago. He could have boosted the manufacturing, curbed the inflation, but zero chance that Jerome Powell wants to see Trump's economy succeed. Now, a lot of back and forth online about whether or not President Donald Trump can actually fire Jerome Powell. I asked the chatbot on X. This was the answer I got. No, Trump cannot directly fire Jerome Powell as Federal Reserve Chair. However, Trump could pressure Powell indirectly, such as by appointing new federal governors or publicly criticizing him, but firing him outright is legally restricted. We know, I think Trump went through this during his first term and found this out, but Trump playing this game the way that he is, indirectly able to put pressure on Jerome Powell. So we'll see what's going to happen here. But this guy's another snake in the grass. His term ain't up until next year. I think this time next year, 2026. So if this guy would just play ball, cut rates, this economy would be booming more so than Trump has already got this whole thing turned around just with a little bit. If people would just get out of the way, man, the sky is the limit for what this Trump administration could accomplish. That's the breakdown I got for you guys. If you enjoyed these rundowns, make sure you follow the podcast so you can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.